Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1985 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Milwaukee Brewers at County Stadium. On the mound for the Tigers today is Bryan Kelly, whose record is 0-1 with a 4.99 ERA, and pitching for the Brewers is Rich Rodas, whose record is 1-6 with a 5.21 ERA. Okay, we've won both games so far this series versus the Brew Crew. We hung on to win yesterday 8-6 as we jumped ahead 8-0, and then the Brewers offense just chipped away against our bullpen. Dan Petrie didn't pitch particularly well. The longer we left him in, the worse he got, and he could not get through the sixth inning. So we yanked him out of there. Bullpen held on, and we got the win. And that makes us 4-0 in the month of May. And we're a half game out of first. So if the Yankees beat the Orioles today and we win as well, then we'll be in first place. And that just seems impossible the way our team has been playing, at least, the first month of the season. And yet here we are with a chance today to maybe have sole possession of first place. So that is very shocking, I think, maybe for all of you out there as well. And if you want to be shocked, it is time for me to reveal our first giveaway of the season. I've mentioned it before. Every 40 games, we'll give away prizes of varying degrees of value. I think we have some good ones to start off this season. And we'll get started with the third place prize, which I've already showed you in a video. It is the 1977 Rick Jones airbrushed card, which is really one of the worst cards ever made by Topps. If you haven't seen that card, you don't know what I'm talking about. Obviously, you can Google it, or at the end of this video, in our little video window over here, I'll put the link to the video that we had earlier in the month of April. And then the second place prize I've already showed you as well. Here it is. It is this 2023 Topps Archives George Foster buyback card that has been autographed by George Foster. It is numbered, I believe, to 82. It's just weird that it's not 85, but whatever. George Foster represented on the Mets. Of course, he once hit 50 home runs for the Cincinnati Reds. I want to say that was 1977 that he did that. And so this prize will go to the second place winner of our duck race that we'll have coming up. First place prize, I think you're going to like it. Let me just go back a couple windows here. And here it is. This is a 2005 Donruss Leather and Lumber Leather Cuts Jack Morris autograph. Of course, Morris isn't on our Tigers anymore, but he'll always be a Tiger to me. And this autograph is a cut signature signed on a piece of leather, which is why it's called a Leather Cuts. If we take one more look here to the back of it, you'll see that it's numbered to 128. So there's specifically 128 of these autographs out there, and this is card autograph number 110 of the 128. So that'll be the first place prize in the giveaway that's going to take place in Game 40. This is Game 31. And we'll do the duck race where we'll give this away during the seventh inning stretch. In order to be part of the giveaway, you must be a subscriber, and I'd have to be able to verify you if you're new. And if you're not new, then obviously I know you've been with me for a while, so we're not worried about that. And it's totally free. I pay for all the shipping. You just have to provide me with your address once it's determined that you've won a prize. So just let me know in the comments below that you want to enter, and I will get you added to the duck race that will take place again during the seventh inning stretch of Game 40. Okay? All right, I'm excited. I hope you like those prizes. That's always fun. I love giving away stuff. Thomas D., your prize for running the gamut on the 1981 season is already on its way, and I see that you're right around game 130 on the 1982 season. If anybody out there goes back and watches a complete season of any of our Sims, I will send you a prize from my personal collection, or I will pick you something up off the internet. Sports card related. Make sure to clear that. You're not going to get a Porsche popping up in your driveway. Now, we've got Brian Kelly on the mound. He's been our worst starter this year, yet to get a win, and all the bullpen is available. Then we have our lineup versus lefties. This is the fifth lefty that we faced in 6 starts. So we have our lineup in there versus lefties. We're going to sit Lou because he's not hitting lefties at all. He's barely hitting righties. So Doug Baker will get the start at second base today. Otherwise, it's all of our guys. All right. Let's go ahead and do the official lineup rundown for the Detroit Tigers. Batting leadoff at shortstop is Barry Larkin. Batting second at third base is George Brett. Batting third at first base is Rusty Tillman. Batting cleanup and DHing is Jeff Stone. Batting fifth in right field is Kevin Bass. Batting sixth in left field is Kirk GIBSON. Batting seventh and catching is Terry Kennedy. Batting eighth in center field is Willie Wilson. And batting ninth is today's second baseman, Doug Baker. Okay, Rich Rodas, Milwaukee Brewers off to a rough start this year. In fact, he doesn't know anything but rough starts. This is his 8th of the year. He's 1-6 with a 5.21 ERA, 36 strikeouts and 48 in the third innings pitched. Opponents are batting .305 against him. He's got a career .313 opponent's batting average. A couple of complete games this year, though. His fastball tops out at 93 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 46.3%. A fastball and a changeup both rated 80, which is league average. Overall rated an 82. The 25-year-old left-hander is arbitration eligible at the end of next year. Whew, he's lost 3 in a row. His last start versus the Yankees, he went 3 innings, giving up 9 runs, 11 hits, and 3 walks. That is not what you want. And that's not what we want to hear, because typically the next start, the game will compensate the other direction. And that means Rich Rodas is probably about to have a good game. We'll take a look here at the defense for the Brew Crew. We have a different shortstop today. It is Terry Lee playing out of position at shortstop, normally a third baseman. And the catcher is going to be Ike Hampton, a guy that was out of baseball by 1979. And he is still holding on as the backup catcher, rated in 66. An arm that's a 78, not that it matters because we don't steal any more. Okay. Let's go ahead and get today's game started. It is Barry Larkin leading off versus Rich Rodas, a 1-1 count. And Larkin hits it to lead. He makes the play. I think if you can play third, you can probably play short. I don't think that's a leap to think that it's much of a different throw. As George Brett strikes out against Rodas. Yeah, Rodas is going to have a career ball game. I can feel it. And the blooper for Tillman, that's going to find a hole as it lands in front of the center fielder who boots it, and Tillman will go to second on the error by SKUBE. He's not getting a gold glove this year. Runner in scoring possession for Jeff Stone. Stoney down to 440 now. I mean, we knew he wouldn't keep it up. He was batting like 600 there for a while, and he flies out to right. I almost feel like we should take him out of the cleanup role because we know that he's not going to produce probably for a couple more games. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the Brew Crew's lineup for today. Batting leadoff, playing second base is Randy Reddy. Batting second at third base is Lenny Harris. Batting third in right field is Dante BICHETTE. Batting cleanup, playing first base is Mark McGWIRE. Batting fifth in left field is Javier ORTIZ. Batting sixth and DHing is Dick Davis. Batting seventh in center field is Bob SKUBE. Batting eighth at shortstop is Terry Lee. And today's catcher in the ninth spot is Ike Hampton. Okay, Brian Kelly will get the start. It's his seventh of the year, yet to get a win after posting 13 victories last year. So he's 0-1 with an ERA just under 5, 23 strikeouts in 30 and 2/3 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .250 against him. He's already thrown 5 wild pitches. His fastball topping out at 92 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 48%. The splitter rated in 86, and a two-seam fastball rated in 81. The four-seamer's rated as 79. So 3 effective pitches. Overall rated in 86. The 26-year-old righty is arbitration eligible at the end of the year. Looking at his log, yeah, he came off a bad one. 1 1/3 innings versus Boston. Gave up 3 runs. He only gave up 1 hit, but he walked 3, and we knew the game was over for him at that point. I do believe we lost that ball game. Sometimes if we catch it early, we can come back, but it was just not going to happen that game. Okay, here's our defense, looking good everywhere, not that it matters. Oh no, Terry Kennedy has dropped to a 79 behind the plate. Has his arm rating dropped as well? Oh, it's a 77, ouch. Yeah, so that dropped. Did anybody gain some points? No, because Larkin dropped to an 81. Interesting. Okay, well, that's not good. Here we go. Randy Reddy leading it off versus Brian Kelly. I just want Kelly to get his 5 or 6 good innings today. And a base hit. So that's just not going to happen. I guess Brian Kelly is done, right? I mean, after you win 13 games, I guess you don't get a chance to be good anymore. There's a hot shot to third. And a double play started by Brett. Great job there. We'll take that. 2 outs for Dante Bichette. And a pop-up on the infield. Caught behind second base for out number 3. Okay, well, we get out of that unscathed. Go to the top of the second. And Kevin Bass will lead it off. Bass really struggling. Batting .143 with a couple of home runs. There's a base hit past Lee at short. And we've got the leadoff man on. Runner on first for Gibby. Gibby finally above the Mendoza line. And a base hit that gets past the second baseman. So when you don't have anybody above league average, maybe you are going to give up some more hits. I mean, the best defensive player is their second baseman, Reddy. And that's at league average of 80, so maybe we could take advantage of that. It's first and second, nobody out. And here's Terry Kennedy declining. Taking ball 4. So Rodas has loaded the bases. For Willie Wilson, you wouldn't think he's an RBI guy, but I believe he's 3rd on the team in RBI right now. He's coming up in this situation where he could drive in some runs. And a base hit to left. That'll score 2. Kennedy going to 3rd. It's 2-0. Detroit, we can smell first place. Okay, we're going to go on contact with Doug Baker up. We haven't seen Baker much lately, but he is batting .346 versus lefties, so that's a reason to get him in there in a platoon situation. Full count, and he walks. So Rodas has not gotten out yet here in the second inning, and the bases are loaded once again for Barry Larkin. Larkin, a great contact hitter. And he walks Larkin to score a run. Give Larkin an RBI. The moguling is on officially now. 43 pitches, and there's not even an out here in the second. Now, George Brett went down on strikes in the first inning. Let's see if he can get some revenge. High fly ball deep to center field. Wilson will tag easily and score. Baker goes to second. from second to third, and it's 4-0 Detroit. Give George Brett an RBI. Now we'll hit and run. Stay out of the inning-ending double play. Tillman, good contact hitter. Not great, but good. Oh, no. Oh, base hit the left. Baker scores. Larkin on a hit and run somehow did not go to third. So that might be all we're getting today. Or all we're getting in this inning anyway. As Larkin stopping at second is kind of the indicator that the game has moguled itself. First and second, one out. Jeff Stone out first time up. And a high fly ball. Get down. It's going to be caught. Well, there's no point in Larkin getting thrown out at third. We'll give Kevin Bass a shot to drive in another run. 3-1 count. Oh, that might be good. No, that's going to be tough. All right, we put 5 on the board. Feel good about ourselves and go to the bottom of the second. Kelly totally capable of giving up 5 runs. So we got to play this smart. Here is Mark McGWIRE leading it off. He hit his 5th home run of the season yesterday. And McGWIRE strikes out. How much you want to bet? This will be a walk. 1-1 count to ORTIZ. High fly ball to right field. 2 down. And here's Dick Davis. Now, this makes sense to me. He's batting in the 6th spot as your DH. He was batting .300 with 4 home runs. They had him batting in the 9th spot. Oh, he strikes out. Maybe that's where he belongs. We go to the top of the 3rd. Kirk GIBSON leading it off. He's 1 for 1 today. Gibby popping it up near home plate down the 3rd baseline, really. Caught by the 3rd baseman, Lenny Harris, 1 out. TK barely gets his bat on that one. Totally just protecting himself with that 0-2 count. This is exactly what Rich Rodas needed. A 1-2-3 inning. Wilson flying out to center. All right, bottom of the 3rd. Couple of lefties, starting with Bob SKUBE. SKUBE did. Base hit in the center field. Runner on first. Terry Lee up. This could be a double play. Okay, let's just give them what they want. It's all the scrubs, nobody else. Yep. So how many will they get? That is the question. Ground ball to first. Run scores. 5-1. Ground ball up the middle. Larkin cuts it off. And a double play to end it. So they only get 1. Whatever. We knew it wasn't going to be a shutout. And now Rich Rodas is feeling himself. That's 5 in a row. That's 6 in a row. And a ground ball to short. And there's 7 in a row. So yeah. We got our 5 runs. We're not getting anything else until they bring in another pitcher at least. Bottom of the 4th. Home run. 5-2. I mean, we very well could lose this ball game. I have no doubt that it's a possibility. It's our 3rd strikeout, so a walk is imminent. ORTIZ popping it up. And Dick Davis. Yeah. So they're going to get their 1 run inning. Go to the top of the 5th. Here's Rookie Tillman. There's 8 in a row. Yeah, I mean, if you think about the totality of today's game with the ERA that Rodas had coming into the game, that's why all of a sudden he's unhittable. The game is already calculated what he has to get his ERA down after giving him those 5 runs. And it wasn't like they could just spread those 5 runs out, right? They bunched them all together, which is why we have so many mogulings in this game. And now he's absolutely unhittable. Makes total sense. An error on the left fielder, ORTIZ. Doesn't mean anything. And Gibby grounds out. Okay, well, we'd like to get Kelly through this inning. I don't think that's going to be incredibly likely. There's a gapper cut off by Gibson. 1 out. Slow roller to second. And Doug Baker takes care of it. And Ike Hampton making the most of his rare start. Lines out to center. So a good job by Kelly. He does get through 5. He's given up 2. Kennedy walks for the second time. 115 pitches. Get down. Oh, it does fall in. As Kennedy goes to third, and that will do it. That was a 12-pitch at bat for Willie Wilson. Sends him to the showers, and out comes Dave Patterson, former Detroit Tiger. We tried to make him a thing, and then his thing stopped working. I know how that feels. So this is his first appearance in 1985, and maybe his career's about done. First and third, nobody out. We'll go on contact. 2-1 count to Baker. Baker's just going to turn around. Bat left-handed. And we send Kennedy just for the shits and giggles of it all. And he does score. I guess my better judgment. But we need to get an insurance run. I mean, the score differential is going to be at least 3, right? The game will put us in a safe situation like it did yesterday. Wilson on first. Here is Barry Larkin and a base hit to left. Wilson will hold. First and second, 1 down. George Brett. Fly ball to right. Dude, Wilson should tag on his own. He does. Goes to third. And it'll be up to Rusty Tillman to give us another point on the board. No. All right, we get 1. Big deal. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Brian Kelly at 61 pitches. I would like to see him at least pitch through the righties, and then we'll see what happens. Randy ready. Wow, that looked like ball 4. Ready was swinging. 1 out. Lenny Harris gets a hit because he had to. He's a lefty. 1 swing of the bat will make it interesting. Bichette popping it up on the infield. Larkin calling for it. Making the play. And Mark McGWIRE, Big Mac, striking out. A good performance. Well done. We go to the top of the 7th. Jeff Stone finally facing a right-handed pitcher. There we go. He's off the schneid. Base hit into center field. Kevin Bass. Let's take a look at the in-game stats. There we go. Bass 1 for 3. Hit and runs on. And just gets a piece of it. He'll get Stone to second. In scoring position for Gibby. Gibson is 1 for 3 today. Oh, there we go. Gibby with an RBI single to left. Stoney scores. It is 7-2. Oh, man, whichever reliever we're bringing in next is going to get clobbered. Gibby on first. 1 out. And a base hit for Kennedy. Gibby going to third. No. I know it's 90% chance, but they just love to do it. That's why we've been winning. We stopped stealing. We stopped going for the extra one. So we don't get doubles. Big deal. There's a ground ball to short. Kennedy. With Wilson running, a double play. That's ridiculous. Okay, we put a run on the board. It's 7-2. Here is Javier Ortiz. 0 for 2 today, and he's made an error. Ortiz pops it up near second base, behind the bag. Out number 1. Dick Davis. Popping it up. All right, we'll give Kelly a chance here to get through the 7th. It is Bob SKUBE. He's 1 for 2 today. SKUBE don't. And a great performance today from Kelly. He gave us 7 innings, only 2 runs. I think he only had 1 walk. He's pretty good. Doug Baker with his first hit of the game. Everybody's got a hit, but our best hitter, George Brett. Runner on first, nobody out. Here's Barry Larkin. 1 for 3 with a ribby. Lines out to right. And George Brett, he wants to get in on the fun. Pass ball. We had 1 pass ball yesterday. We have not had a balk since game 16. So it's been 15 games in a row that we have not had a balk. Why were there 8 balks in the first 16 games? I don't know. But it's actually been pretty normal since then. George Brett flies out the left, so he's just going to take an 0 for today. And Rusty, he's 2 for 4. Popping it up. All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Out comes Brian Kelly. Who should give up all the runs? Who's got a case of the runs? Probably the creeper, if anybody's got the case of the runs. It's Paul Gibson coming into the ball game. Now, of our 3 left-handers, Paul Gibson is the only one that's on a minor league deal. I mean, a major league contract, but he hasn't gone to arbitration yet. So we could send him down if we want to bring up Sherman Corbett, who was a left-hander who did well for us last year. So if he has a case of the runs here today, we'll send him down to creep around the minor league locker room. Okay. Looking like he's got it under control. We'll let him pitch to the righty, ready, because Lenny Harris is up next. And a ground ball to Brett. Good job. Okay, we're going to the 9th inning, and another former Tiger coming into the ballgame. This is Brian Harvey. We drafted him in the 1980 season, or maybe it was 81, I guess it was. And he was going to be our future closer. And then, like a fool, I traded him with Benzinger, Gary Hancock, former team MVP, Tom Hume, who sucked, and that Dave Patterson guy for Chet Lemon. What a deal. He's a 2nd-round pick, actually. And here he is closing it, or as a closer for the Brew Crew. Not a save opportunity. They're down 5 runs. Jeff Stone leading it off. And a base hit to right. Stoney 2 for 5 today. Kevin Bass would like to get a second hit, please. Oh, he does. That's down the line. Off the wall. Stone will stop at 3rd as Bass has a extra base hit. That's a double. His 2nd of the year. That'll bring up Gibby. And Gibby's got 2 hits today. 3-1 count, and he's walked. The bases are loaded for the 3rd time today. Feeling good. Let's pad the stats for Terry Kennedy. He's 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. He walked with the bases loaded. He struck out with the bases loaded. And then here's a double play to Andy Inman. Oh, nope, line drive to right. Stone will score on his own. 3 RBI for Wilson as Bass tags up and goes to 3rd. And it's 8-2. With 2 outs in the 9th, First and third, and Doug Baker will walk. Come on. This is ridiculous now. I mean, I'm glad it's happening to us instead of against us. And then Larkin flies out. Okay. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Gibson will pitch to Lenny. Striking him out. Good job, Gibby. I mean the creeper. ERA under 6. And then I think we'll bring in Jeff Montgomery to wrap this puppy up. He might be our future closer. Bring him in to face the right-handed bats. Bichette popping it up. Shallow right field. Call it for out number 2, and it is down to Mark McGWIRE. Ball game. Tigers win 8-2. Handshakes, butt slaps, slappy steaks. We're 5-0 this month. Are we in first? We are. We are a first place team. That is insane. Wow. And now we go to California to face Alan Trammell and Frank Tanana. You son of a bitch. We got to take a look at the standings. We got a lot to be excited about. We got a great giveaway going on. We are a first place team. After struggling in April, we are atop the East. Seattle is atop the West by a half game. We look at the National League, and Philadelphia's won 6 in a row. 22-11. That is a good team. And the Dodgers are on top in the West. They've won 4 in a row, and that's probably the team that's going to win. Okay, we'll take a look at the headline news. Brainiac Baseball Daily Brief. 4 RBI for Brian Harper in an 11-2 rout. He's on the Angels, so we're going to see him. He's a great hitting catcher. And then there we go. Detroit wins 8-2, take first place. Brian Kelly pitched well. He gets his first win. And then all the things that they didn't do, which is dumb. Trains. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, this is nice. Brian Doyle gets signed to a 1-year deal to be with Baltimore. You may remember way back when we started, 1980, the last year, he was in the major leagues, was 81. He almost won the batting title that year. He batted .334. He just fell short of the 502 plate appearances, or 504, whatever it is. He just fell short with those walks. And so he did not qualify. But he should have been the batting title leader. And then after that, the Yankees used him less. He got traded to Montreal, and here he is in AAA Baltimore. Okay. Paul O'Neill is going to miss 3 months for Houston with a broken ankle. That's too bad. He's done for the year. No, 3 months, so he'll be back. And then Ralph Botting of the Angels will miss 5 days. He's in AAA, and he sucks. Does not matter. Okay, let's go ahead and pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. Remember to let me know in the comments if you want to get in on the giveaway. Try to win this Jack Morris cut leather signature. That is the grand prize for the first giveaway. The second place prize is this George Foster autograph card from a Topps Archives buyback. Very cool card, numbered to 82. And then, as we told you before, the third place prize is the 1977 Topps Rick Jones airbrush card. Okay, player of the game. I kind of want to give it to Brian Kelly. He did very well. Does anybody else deserve it? I guess Willie Wilson had 3 RBI, including his first game-winning RBI of the season. But we're going to give it to Brian Kelly. We want to give him a little bit of a bonus here. And Rick Rodas takes the loss. He's 1-7. He was bad. Gave up those 5 runs in the second inning. That was really all we needed. Lenny Harris grounded into 2 double plays. Dante Bichette went deep. That was his 5th home run. And Mark McGWIRE had the golden sombrero. 4 strikeouts and 4 at-bats. Okay, that's going to do it. We'll be back tomorrow and start a brand new series versus the Angels. Until then, everyone, have a great day.